to George Gertner and Larry Groves, who wrote The Scary World of TV's Heavy Viewer. About 1/3 of all American adults watch an average of 4 or more hours of television per day. This article was written in 1976, and now more Americans are watching television. It was reported in 2009 that the average adult watches around 5 hours of television per day. We use televisions frequently, and it's important to know how they've changed throughout the years. By the end of the speech, you'll understand how televisions and its features have evolved over a century. During my speech, I will talk about television models and features in chronological order. First, I will talk about television models and features in the early to mid-1900s. Next, I will discuss television models in the mid to late 1900s. Lastly, I will talk about the current models of television and features. Throughout the 20th century to the 21st century, televisions have evolved in different shapes and forms. The start of the television dates back to the 1800s, but I'm going to talk about televisions in the early and mid-1900s. Black and white televisions became available to the public by the late 1930s. One of the first or earliest sets that were created was the Andrea 8F12 in 1939. As you can see from this visual aid that the Andrea 8F12 was quite large, and its parts are in the mahogany wood cabinet. This television has a 12-inch console, and images are produced and reflected off the mirror. To the left side of the television is an automatic record changer which produces noise. The knobs to the right control the channel, tuning, brightness, and contrast. The knobs to below control the volume, tuning to the radio, television, and phonograph. This is also where the on and off knob is located. Another television set that was created was the Philco 48700 in 1948. As you can see, this television is much smaller. It has a 7-inch screen and a speaker to the left. However, there are various types of Philco televisions. Some are small like this one, and some are larger like the Andrea 8F12. This allowed people to have more choice in what size television they wanted. According to Mark Tyler Nobleman, who wrote The Television, in the 1950s, televisions were in color and had remote controls. This is an advertisement from Life magazine in 1953. This advertisement is trying to sell a Philco television. This caption states, full 245 square inch screen and mahogany veneer cabinet. This caption states, UHF tuner to receive not 1 or 2, but all the new UHF stations in any area. If you look below, you can see televisions with smaller screens, such as 21 inches, was available for purchase as well. As you can see from the previous image I showed of the Philco television, it has changed. Now that you understand what television models look like in the early and mid-1900s, I will continue to discuss models that were made in the mid and late 1900s. As time progressed, so did the evolution of the television. By the mid and late 1900s, many average Americans had televisions in their own homes. In the 1960s, Motorola television sets became very popular. This is an advertisement for Motorola televisions in 1962. This caption states, featuring sliding tambour doors, 23-inch screen. But Motorola came in different types of styles. This is another advertisement for Motorola televisions, and as you can see, there are various types of models to choose from. A person could choose a model that did or didn't have a wooden cabinet. Another popular model was the 1971 Zenith television set. This is an advertisement from Life magazine in 1971. The Zenith television has a 16-inch screen and a chromo color picture tube that was supposed to eliminate every color dot on a jet black background. This television set is much sleeker, and compared to the past television models I have shown, it also has fewer knobs and controls. One television set that was sensational was the 1987 Sony Washington. This model was outstanding because it was one of the first handheld televisions. As you can see, this model has a small screen, and on the side are slide switches which control the tuning and the volume. In addition, the GE Spacemaker also became available to the public in 1992. As you can see from this model, The GE Spacemaker is small, but it's portable. It has a handle and an antenna in the back. Also, two important features that became available in the late 1990s were high def and digital televisions. Digital televisions have a strong signal and provide a clear picture. Television with high definition also provide a clear picture and give the illusion that a person is watching the movie screen. Now that you have seen televisions in the 20th century, I will discuss and show how televisions have changed since then. Since 2000 to today, the most popular type of television is the plasma and the LCD. This is a picture of the 2003 Sony Plasma television. Compared to the past television sets I have shown, the plasma has no wood. However, the plasma does have plastic and it is very thin. This is also a picture of the LCD, and as you can see from this television, it looks like the plasma. The LCD is thin and covered with plastic as well. These televisions have a variety of screens to choose from, such as around 40 to 60 inches. Also, a feature that became available was 3D. Before, a person would have to go to a movie theater and put on certain glasses to experience 3D effects. However, in 2010, a person could go buy a television that would produce three-dimensional 3D images. People have a very limited choice of televisions to choose from. The only televisions that produce 3D images are the plasma and the LCD that I have shown. In addition, a question that everyone asks is, what is going to be the future for television? Well, one answer is holographic television. Holographic television is taking 3D a step further by producing images that appear in front of the screen and the viewer can be involved within the illusion. However, this feature is still in the experimental stage and may eventually become available to the public. Throughout the 20th century to the 21st century, televisions have evolved in different shapes and forms. During this speech, I have went back to the earliest forms of television with big wooden boxes and with small screens to televisions with large screens and replacing wood with plastic. It is important to see how televisions have transformed because it's a technology that we will continue to use. The television has been modified several times, and the television can only continue to improve and make great strides. So, while you are using your television, just know that in 10 years, there will be a new model with new features.